All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about something we've all been through, assessment. But we're going to look at how we can totally transform it from just being about a grade into a really powerful tool for actual learning. So let's just jump right in with a big question, maybe one that seems kind of obvious. What is the true purpose of assessment? I mean, really, what's it for? Most of us probably think we've got the answer down pat. Yep, for a lot of us, this is it. It's all about assigning a grade. Assessment is that final score, right? It's that one single snapshot in time that's supposed to judge how you did at the very end. But is that really the whole story? What if that single snapshot, that one photo, just completely misses the bigger picture? What if it doesn't capture the actual journey of learning a student goes on? This isn't a new idea. Way back in 1995, the National Council of Teachers of Mathematics gave us a much, much richer way to think about this. They said assessment isn't a verdict. It's a process of gathering evidence about what a student knows for all sorts of reasons. And that right there, that is a massive shift in thinking. The goal completely changes. It goes from just judging learning to actively improving it. Assessment becomes a tool to help, not just a tool to measure. Okay, so to really get our heads around this, let's use a simple but I think a really powerful analogy. We're going to look at a tale of two assessments, the snapshot versus the video. First step, you've got what's called summative assessment. And this is the snapshot. It's that one picture you take right at the very end. Think final exam, final project. Its job is to give a summary of what's been learned. It is an assessment of learning. But then, on the other hand, you have formative assessment. And this is the video. See, it's not just about the final shot. It's about capturing the whole movie, the entire process over time. You see the growth, the struggles, the aha moments. It's an ongoing dynamic assessment for learning. And when you put them side by side like this, the difference is just crystal clear. The snapshot is all about looking backward. It assesses what's already been learned and slops a grade on it. But the video, well, the video is about looking forward. It's a continuous conversation that informs what to do next. It actually makes the whole process of learning visible. Okay, so this video approach sounds great, right? But how do you actually do it? How do you build this blueprint for a better way to assess? Well, it all starts with a clear set of principles to guide the way. So the NCTM lays out these 6 guiding principles, and they basically create a roadmap. The idea is that any good assessment should, first, actually test what's important. It should help students learn, be fair to everyone, be totally transparent, lead to valid conclusions, and be a consistent part of the whole learning process. And when you follow those principles, you see this fundamental shift in focus. We move away from just, collecting a bunch of topics and rote memorization for one big test. Instead, we move towards using what you know to solve real problems, towards exploring and pulling in evidence from all over the place to show what a student can actually do. But let's be real. To make a shift this big, you're gonna need a bigger toolkit. A simple paper and pencil test, it's just not gonna cut it. It can't possibly capture that whole learning story we're talking about. So what's in this new toolkit? Well, it's a lot more than just tests. We're talking about things like performance tasks, where students do something. We're talking about observations, student interviews, portfolios of their work, even journals. The point is to have a bunch of different ways for students to show what they know, ways that go way beyond just filling in a bubble on a sheet of paper. Okay, so what's the payoff for all this work? Why does it matter? It's simple, really. The whole point is to make learning visible, to pull back the curtain on the process so that everyone, the teacher, and just as importantly, the student, can see it happening. Because when you make learning visible like this, you get a much clearer, more complete, and way less distorted picture of what a student really understands and can do. You can see their strengths and celebrate them, and you can pinpoint exactly where they might need a little more help. And look, the impact here is massive. This isn't just some feel-good theory. We're talking about hard data. A huge review, I'm talking over 250 studies, found that when you use this strong, formative video approach, you see significant, consistent learning gains. And this is especially true for students who need the most support. And here's something absolutely crucial. This approach promotes equity. It levels the playing field. Because when success isn't just about how well you take one kind of test, every single student gets a real, fair shot to show what they know in a way that actually plays to their strengths. So in the end, what this does is it completely reframes the whole idea of assessment. It stops being something that is done to students and becomes something that is done for students. It's a partnership. It's about guiding them and helping them grow, not just sticking a label on them. So that leaves us with one final question to think about, and it goes way beyond the classroom. In your world, at work, at home, anywhere, how can you turn a simple assessment snapshot into a more complete video? How can we all get a little better at seeing the whole story of growth and learning that's happening all around us?